What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about Jackson Mahomes first? You want to talk about Urban Meyer? You want to talk about the fight?
Let's talk about the fight
Gen
first.
Z, how they're
Let's talk about the fight first before we go into
right.
into the NFL.
You tell me why you think it's not rigged.
It's just the way Woodley dude got hit. There's no faking that. I know you want to say like, oh, it was planned from the beginning, it was orchestrated, but to put your hand down like that and allow fucking what was his name, Jake Paul, to hit you across the face, dude, I'm not doing that. What do you think? You think it's rigged?
I think you do that if you get some fat racks out of it. I'd let Jake Paul hit me in the face if he was gonna pay me for it.
How much did you get paid for it?
I don't fucking know. Here's the thing, Jake Paul. He swindled the fuck out of everyone, including us, because we paid for the fight.
Yeah,
we watched it.
For it, yeah.
And all he did was set up this entire stage where everyone's watching and paid a guy to get fucked up just so he can get the views. That's all it is. I mean, that's what his YouTube channel is about.
It's all for
just,
clout, huh?
just for the views. So I think it's rigged. I do think that he hit the fuck out of him. Like that's pretty nasty, bro. But it was all a setup. It's all designed. He was gonna fall down either way, but got hit pretty.
But the way he sounded, dude, it sounded like he got hit by a truck.
Well, I'm sure that he hit him. Look,
it was like a baseball bat to the skull.
He wasn't supposed to cut him in the face. He cut him in the face. It's a little payback, you know. He was going for it. Oh,
when he hit him with the elbow.
Yeah,
huh? That's right.
So
yeah,
he probably wasn't supposed to hit him that hard, and he did. But I mean, I think it's all rigged. You guys pointed out to me that, you know, the dropping of the hand and the awkward situations are very much a UFC
they were
defensive
saying,
move. Yeah.
What was it, Chris? That they were saying like the rotation? Like he curved his hand to tell him to.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you could see it. He just twists his glove. Who the fuck twists their glove before they throw a punch? Not me.
I mean, he's also not a pro.
Yeah,
like he's not. I mean, he's done. How long has he been training?
He's 5-0. I mean, he's been doing this for a couple of years now.
That's true.
I would think that you'd have the basics down, not to do something like that. I'm no boxing expert, but I just think it's rigged. I mean, I can't take him serious in boxing until he boxes an actual boxer.
Like, who do you think he would box next?
Dude, I don't know. I don't think anyone that's got like an actual career going is gonna fight him. It's just a waste of time. Like what I mean, like let's just say Canelo boxes him.
Oh,
he's gonna risk injury.
Yeah, no, Canelo's superstar right now.
So I'm thinking like Jake Paul's best opportunity is to get an up and coming young guy who's probably got like 10, 15 career boxing matches in him, and kind of wants to. I mean, if you go for a young guy like that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Jesus Christ, why are you looking at me? There's a cat down here. Scared the hell out of me. Hopefully this is not the cat from that 8 might. Yeah.
that got into your leftovers?
Into my leftovers. But yeah, I think if you get a young boxer that needs to make a name for himself, fighting Jake Paul would be a good thing for him. I mean, you're gonna have
and you get all
millions of views.
You get all the clout.
Yeah, you get all the clout. All of a sudden, like if you beat Jake Paul, you get some attention brought to you.
Yeah.
So I think that someone like that would be good to fight Jake Paul. I don't think Jake Paul would ever do it. I think he's gonna spend his entire boxing career fighting celebrities and UFC fighters.
Well, that's what's gonna bring in most of the money, right? Yeah. It's not like. Well, I mean, if he really like legit wants to make a career out of it, then yeah, for sure. Find somebody to fight that actually knows what they're doing. But if you're just looking to make money and get paid doing it,
I think that's all it is.
Ride it out until people get bored of it, which I don't think is going to be anytime soon.
No, and I think you made a good point the other day. I mean, his viewers are getting older, so he's moved on from like doing pranks,
like the antics.
Yeah, doing pranks and hitting licks and shit into.
Because that could only get you so far.
Yeah, it can only get you so far. Now he's got to go into the adult world and do some adult things. And, you know,
he's got
the 23-year-olds that are, you know, between 19 and 22-year-olds or whatever, obsessed with him, seeing him beat the shit out of someone else, like that's
the shit they want to see.
Yeah, that's what they want to see, right?
True.
So
he's got to compete against the TikTok crowd.
It sells. He's making money. That's what he did. And he got us. I mean... Well, you got Rudy. He paid for it.
Rudy's the one that paid
Rudy
for it.
Rudy paid for it. We didn't pay for it.
I wasn't going to pay for that shit. I was just going to watch it later. Or bootleg it off of YouTube.
I can find the highlights on Twitter. Yeah, I think the Frank Gore fight was more interesting. I'm all about that. Darren Williams standing up for the NBA players, showing them that they're pretty tough too.
What did you think about that? Just Frank Gore completely out of shape, dude.
I mean, the dude's like old as hell. I mean, Darren Williams.
38.
Darren Williams isn't young either, but I think there's all this stigma that like NBA players can't cut it as NFL players because of how soft they are, and they're not as tough as a football player. And to see Darren Williams go up there and beat the shit out of Frank Gore, it's pretty cool to see.
That was
you
pretty
know?
cool. Yeah.
But Frank Gore got no business being in the boxing ring. Just because you're an athlete and really good at one thing doesn't mean you're going to be good at something else.
You think he'll do it again?
I hope he does, because I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. I want to see that face again.
Oh,
that was
the face
epic.
he made.
Yeah. I have no idea what the hell he was doing, but he just stopped out of nowhere.
Why he stopped, right?
He probably has no answers to why he stopped. He probably didn't know where he was at.
The CTE setting.
Yeah.
He's already hearing the voices.
Yeah. I think Darren Williams said he was good after that. Unless he wants a little bit of Brandon Marshall action. I'd pay to see that too.
Brandon Marshall? Because he called out Brandon Marshall, right?
Well, I think
who
Brandon Marshall was talking about maybe boxing someone his own size or something like that, you know.
Oh, that's
And
right.
then,
Like the height differential.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But I think Darren Williams like, yeah, come in here, but I ain't gonna box you. You can box
That's
someone else.
true.
I think Darren Williams is like a one and done. I think he collected his paycheck and was like, I'm cool.
That's true.
I'm out.
What do you think about that argument of who's tougher, NBA or NFL players? Or just basketball and football
Basketball and football
in general?
I do think that NFL players or football players are a different breed. Like the
You
willingness
gotta be a
to
little
fucking
bit
just
crazy
throw your
now.
body
Yeah.
around. That's a different breed. I don't want to diminish NBA players because I know that they're tough. I mean, they're out there playing on hardwood, throwing elbows. You know,
Yeah.
just it's a little bit different than NFL.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, you just fucking full.
But
on
then, and then
sprint
you
ring
get
into
guys
someone.
like who go like Antonio Gates. Do you remember that? When he went,
No.
Antonio Gates, the tight end for the Chargers back in the day, he played college basketball. He didn't play college football. He played college basketball and then got drafted into the NFL. So he wanted to go play football.
Cowboys did that a few years ago with a tight end. I forgot what his name was, but he was 6'7". The idea is you got a huge ass dude. He can block, but you hit him in the corner. He's taller than everyone. Just jump up there and get it.
Yeah.
But he's no Antonio Gates.
Damn. That's true. Okay.
But I don't know. I think if I had the option to choose between the NFL and the NBA, I'm going NBA all the way.
Well, we talked about it yesterday, right? When
Yeah.
it was NBA players that they have just longer careers in general,
sure.
football players, what the damage they do to their body.
Yeah, I mean,
what they have to go through.
What's a quality career in the NFL? Like if you throw out the Frank Gores and the Tom Brady's, guys that are in the NFL for so many years, like
Well, the average career in the NFL is 3 years.
that's insane.
Yeah,
Like-
that's
Like a
legit
shitty
average.
NBA player can make it like 6-7 years. And that's a shitty
right.
guy.
How many NBA teams are there? There's a lot, right?
There's 30 NBA teams.
30 NBA teams.
30 NBA teams.
32 NFL teams. There's 52 players to a roster in a regular season.
Yeah, you're gonna
in the
get like
NFL.
15 max in the NBA.
In the NBA.
There's far less NBA players.
Yeah, that's right. Far as NBA players. Damn. I don't know about all that. Okay. You want to make the transition to the NFL?
All right, where are we going first?
Talk about
Your
Urban
boy?
Meyer. My boy, Urban Meyer. Dude, I was so psyched when they had hired him. I was all in.
Were you gonna make the transition to the Jags fan?
No, I wasn't gonna be no fucking Jaguars fan. But when they hired him, I thought, oh shit, like maybe something can happen out of this. You get Trevor Lawrence coming in first overall, and then you have 11 draft picks, I think they had altogether. So I mean, it was kind of exciting until.
Why do you think he failed?
Okay, a couple things. I've always had this argument that college football or high school football, college football, and the NFL are almost like three different sports. It's always you can transition from one into the other, but you can't treat every single level exactly the same. There's no way. And I think that was one thing that Urban Meyer did is that he came in, tried to treat everybody as if he was still Urban Meyer, Florida head coach, Ohio State head coach. And that's just not the way you do it in the NFL.
And I think your point is proven. Like, how many successful coaches have dominated college and the NFL?
Maybe just a handful. Pete Carroll,
I'm thinking like Pete Carroll's
Jimmy
like the
Johnson.
number one name that sticks out from. Jimmy Johnson.
Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, he's.
Lead them Cowboys.
But I mean, we saw what happened with Chip Kelly, right? When he was with the Eagles and the Niners, completely fucking destroyed the Niners. Yeah. I mean, he was the one that initially benched Kaepernick. for Blaine Gabbert.
Should have benched Kaepernick either way. I'd
sure.
bench Kaepernick.
Yeah.
He was a one-hit wonder. But, I mean, a lot of those quarterbacks, so that's at least my belief. A lot of running quarterbacks, they don't last
Well,
long.
I mean, even for players, let's talk about how many players, how they're college superstars and then just never pan out. And then vice versa,
it's a
too.
different game.
All the has-been or the nobodies that were in college are superstars in the
Just come out of
NFL.
nowhere.
Russell Wilson went in the 3rd round. Nobody wanted him.
Dak, 4th-round draft pick.
Dak, 4th-round draft pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You hit the lucky number, I guess. I mean, Tom Brady, 6th round?
6th round.
You just kind of get lucky in the NFL.
It's just that transition is different. Like, I mean, look how Nick Saban, for example, how he only just had those few years in the NFL with Bill Belichick when they were at the Browns, and then when he made the transition to college, and then just stick to college and was like, I'm never going back to the NFL. Why would I?
Yeah, Jim
I
Harbaugh.
got it made. Jim Harbaugh
made the great decision in his career.
go back to
Go back
college.
to college.
Yeah, go back to
I'm pulling
Michigan.
for him this year. I'd like to see Jim Harbaugh. Cincinnati and Jim Harbaugh.
Is that who you want to see?
Hell yeah. I don't want-
Cincinnati's not getting past Bama, dude.
I'm so over Alabama winning every single
The
year, going to
Michigan
championship every single year.
The Michigan Georgia game is gonna be dope.
I'm pulling for
That
Michigan.
one's gonna be dope. I really want Michigan to win too, but I don't think it's gonna
Georgia
happen.
doesn't have a quarterback.
True, Georgia doesn't have a quarterback, but that defense.
I don't
dude,
even know the name of the quarterback for Georgia.
for Georgia.
No,
No.
gives a shit.
I'm not even gonna
No one
waste the
gives a
effort
shit.
in looking it up. But
Anyway,
yeah,
back to Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer. So Urban Meyer, dude, just let me take you down the timeline because
Right.
it is wild. Wait for this to load. Oh, you want to hear his stats first with the Jaguars?
Yeah, go ahead.
So
2-11, right?
So 2-11, tied for 31st in the NFL with the Jets. Or was the Jets at the time, right?
Probably. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Points per game, 13.8 points per game.
Oh, yeah,
tied
that's
for
great.
31st. Yards per game, 303 yards, 30th in the league. Opposition points per game is 26.2. That's 27th in the league. And turnover difference is minus 19.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Trevor
Minus
Lawrence.
19.
Trevor Lawrence is bad, dude. Because nobody watches their games to actually see how bad he is.
I don't watch the game. I don't even watch their highlights.
No, dude, they're bad. Trevor
The only
Lawrence
time I
was
hear about
terrible.
the Jags is when Urban Meyer does something stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
That was the only thing that was keeping him in the headlines was Urban Meyer, and every time he would do something, and that's another thing. Do you think the media had a big part in the firing of Urban Meyer,
yeah.
and then it's just everybody just bashing
I
him,
think
and then just like it's
media
enough.
has a huge part of everyone, either in professional sports wise,
Mm-hmm.
losing their job or getting traded or cut. I mean, 15 years ago is Urban Meyer kicking a player that big of a deal?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
I think the NFL's different because the NFL that's the thing that we really don't look at it is the NFL is a business, and these guys are going to work, right? It's a workplace environment. They're all adults. They're all in their mid to late 20s.
15 years ago, does a kicker come out and said Urban Meyer kicked me?
No.
No.
That was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild.
But
Okay, we'll get it to that.
Okay.
So February 11th, he hires Chris Doyle. You remember Chris Doyle, the strength and conditioning Iowa coach, the racist skinhead?
Oh yeah.
And then even with that, right? Do you think
He's off to a hot start
yeah,
with that?
even with that was what, a few months after being hired, or like a month after being hired. That was his first hire. That was a guy he wanted to bring in. And he's all talking shit about his assistant coaches, and then the one guy that he brings in just happens to be the racist dude in Iowa.
Probably got him for cheap, you know?
That's true. Yeah, maybe. And then May 20th, he signs Tim Tebow. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
I don't think anybody.
that was all a media draw. Let me sign Tim Tebow.
No,
we're gonna make him play tight end.
No, I honestly think that shows the incompetence of Urban Meyer when it comes to understanding the NFL.
Move?
I think he legit thought that it was going to work out because you bring in Tim Tebow to be the third string tight end, a position he hasn't played. He's 32 years old. He's been out of the league for 8 years, and you bring him in, pay him whatever he paid him. You waste that spot that you could have given to a rookie who's trying to make the league.
I mean, if what we saw before Tim Tebow got cut on his highlights in some of those games, I can only imagine.
He made it one game.
How shitty was he in practice? Like
He had to have been bad.
He had to have been terrible.
He had to have been bad. He couldn't even
So
block.
how does he even stay on the roster for that long?
Yeah.
That's why I think it was just a stunt. That's my opinion. I mean, maybe he thought once he suited up,
he made it to the first round of cuts.
Tebow's a big guy. I mean, sure, just he'll work, but no, I think it's a publicity stunt.
You think? I don't.
think so.
I think it was legit. I think he legit thought that it was going to work out. Like even
Maybe.
because
I
you
don't
could
know.
even make the argument they were like, oh, we were bringing him in to try to shift the culture and all this and that, and sign him in as a coach, right? Bring him in as an assistant coach or a players relation guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that would work out,
He could have been good for Trevor Lawrence,
right?
you know?
Yeah, mentor him.
I guess.
But no,
yeah.
you put him at tight end,
Put him at tight end.
and then he
Hey,
plays one
props to him.
preseason
He
game.
got pretty big though.
He was jacked.
He got pretty.
Well,
big.
he's been playing baseball this entire time.
He wasn't very good at that either.
No.
No.
He made it what AAA.
I don't even think he made it to the AAA. I think it was AA
Double
maybe.
A?
I know he made it single A, and he had a couple of impressive home runs in single A ball, but I think that was a little bit of a publicity stunt. Jeez, I think everything's a publicity stunt. But you know what? In minor league baseball,
Even the Woodley
a little
Jake
off topic.
Paul.
Minor league baseball, dude, you do whatever you can to get people in the seats because that's the only way that you pay your players. Is you got to get people in.
Oh,
the seats.
so them
Yeah.
signing Tim Tebow
Yeah.
was just like, hey, dude, it's Tim Tebow.
I mean, shit,
That's
there's,
true.
There's so many other better players out there than Tim Tebow. I mean, the pipeline for professional baseball players is insane. You can go to the Dominican Republic and get someone half the price as Tim Tebow, and
Just
do
bring
10
him
times
over in a
better.
raft.
Dude. Seriously, like some of the best players in the entire world come from Latin America. I mean, you get them for cheap, dude.
Oh yeah,
But anyway, off topic.
with the fake birth certificates.
You don't.
I am
yeah,
12.
I am 12.
But yeah, okay. So he signs Tim Tebow, cuts during the first round, and then remember he's fined at July 1st. He's fined for I guess misorganization of the practices, and so they were like practicing on days they shouldn't have been.
I do remember that.
Yeah, so that's what like
Something stupid. How the hell does this happen?
But like he has nobody in the building to tell him like, hey, we're probably not supposed to do this, right?
If you look at the way that he ends up running the rest of the team,
Mm-hmm.
you can only assume that everyone beneath him is kind of incompetent. Because I mean, how does he get away with a lot of this stuff down the road? But
Or maybe he just hires a bunch of yes men. Like
know,
if
hey,
you
they're
think
collecting their
about like a
paycheck,
guy
right?
like an ego like that who just surrounds himself about guys like a yes man and then just
Blowing smoke up
don't
his
go
ass?
against the grain. Yeah, don't.
They're all there to get paid.
They're all there to get paid, exactly. And then remember in August 31st, he makes the comments of where he evaluates cuts based on vaccination status. That right there, that
What?
Not a red flag right there.
Good thing Antonio Brown didn't play for him. Or Aaron Rodgers.
Or Aaron Rodgers. It's like, yeah, I've been immunized.
Yeah.
I've been telling people that ask me, "Are you vaccinated?" I was like, "Yeah, I've been injected." that's my
man.
response, and then I just walk away.
I can give you the number to AB's guy. He can get you a fake card if you want.
Yeah. Obviously, it didn't fucking work. You're not gonna rat me out. And so this is where I think he should have been fired. Was October
Trying to
2nd?
finger bang the chick.
Was when he stayed behind when he didn't travel with the team.
Because he was disappointed in the loss or the outcome of the game. So
Dude was just trying to blow off steam, dude. He was just like,
Exactly.
you know what? This sucks. This job fucking sucks. I'm going to go down to my bar. I'm not even going to travel with the team. Because it's a bar that he owns, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's going to spend more time with that, I guess, now. He's out of a job.
Try to go find that blonde again.
Maybe, dude.
You can come sit right next to Papa.
Yeah, dude. How creepy, though, dude.
That's
Urban
pretty
Meyer
bad.
just being out there and then some chick just grinding up on Urban Meyer, dude.
But that-
She's got to know, right? Like,
Oh no, she
he's-
knows damn well.
yeah.
She knows damn well. And then he does something stupid like
that's Coach Meyer.
try to put his hand where it shouldn't be. Like,
Dude, that was insane.
you don't do that in public. I mean, I'm sure like all these guys that got the money and they got
How
the
do you
fame,
explain?
they do all that. But
Could you
go to
imagine
the
getting
hotel
caught,
room or some shit?
caught like that in public, dude, and have to go explain that to your wife? And it's just like, hey, you know,
Nah. I don't even want to go down that road.
the same excuse he gives to the players. She wasn't grinding up on me. We were just standing
Dude,
really
my dick would be
close.
chopped off so fast.
Okay, and then remember he December 6th, this is when the next time he was in the headlines when he blames the running backs coach for benching James Robinson. You remember that?
Yeah, because he has no control over who steps on the field. Apparently.
Exactly, because remember, I guess he fumbled in a game against, who was it against?
I don't remember. I
I
don't look up anything.
He fumbled, and then in the first quarter, and Urban Meyer pulls him and benches him for the rest of the game. And it wasn't until the fourth quarter, when the game was already at a hand, that Trevor Lawrence is like, "Hey, why isn't he in?" Mm-hmm. And Urban Meyer was like, "Okay, let's get him back in." So then he gets touches during dead time,
and blames the running back coach.
and then blames the running back coach
you're
in the press conference. That's what I mean. Is like the entire time he was just throwing everybody else under the bus. It's incompetence, dude.
Yeah, and he's fucking up, and he doesn't know how to take blame. I mean, he's Urban Meyer, very successful college coach. Doesn't know what it's like to fucking get his ass handed to him.
Yeah, and that was another thing, right? When they brought him in, is that they were talking about how he would handle the losses.
Not well.
Not well.
Not well. Just ask the chick in Ohio.
Yeah. And then December 11th, that's when the report started to surface, when all the assistant coaches were coming out, supposedly that there was leaks coming out of the building, that he was having coaches defend their resume in a meeting, or he was talking shit about like, "Oh, we're going to make some changes next year and this and that."
Yeah, the changes are you're going to be fired.
Yeah. And then remember in the press conference, that's when he came out and said like, "Oh, well, if we figure it out, that person's going to be out of a job," or like something like that. And it's leaking. I bet you it was all of them, dude.
Oh, dude, all of them. How do I save my ass for next year when I try to get a job somewhere else? Urban Meyer fired.
And that's the thing too, is like they're trying to get their job. They're trying to save their job. It's like, it's not like they're going out there and then just bum fucking whatever.
Yeah, you got to think that some of these coaches, they have to figure out a way to make themselves look good for interviews in the off season. How the hell do I get a job somewhere else? Because who wants to coach the Jacksonville Jaguars? Damn, even if you're the third assistant or a running backs coach or a DB's coach, you don't want to be in Jacksonville.
That's true.
How the fuck do I get out of here? Well, I got to have something good to show in my off-season meetings. So this is what I can provide. I dealt with Urban Meyer for 8 months.
Yeah. And then December 15th, that's when the story comes out of Josh Lambo. The
kicker getting kicked.
The kicker getting kicked.
What kind of a kick was it? Does it ever say like?
So
he's in stretches.
So he said that it's during the preseason and he's warming up and he's in a lunge position, and then I guess Urban Meyer came up to him and said, "Hey, dipshit, make your fucking kicks," and then kicked him in like the hamstring, like with his legs that was lunged out. And Josh Lambo got up. He's like, "Don't ever fucking kick me again." And he was like, "I'm the head ball coach. I can kick you whenever the fuck I want." And then, dude, Urban Meyer was just like, "Dude, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Make your fucking kicks."
This is in preseason. This is before.
And then he got cut. He got cut.
Did he get cut because he stood up to Urban Meyer? Or did he get cut because he sucks?
No. So he actually reported it to the team, to like the front office, and the front office was like, "Okay, well, we'll look into it." And they did like, I guess, an investigation, and he was cut after that. Like during that time, he was cut.
Interesting.
So that's what I'm saying. Is like, dude, from the beginning,
what are your options? Are you gonna release some more shit about your coach out in the media, or are you just gonna cut a kicker that no one cares about? Cut the kicker
from the beginning, dude. I think it was sketch. And then a day after that, on the 16th, is when he's finally fired, which was last week, 4 days ago.
I am friends with one Jags fan, and let me tell you.
Oh, that's right.
Let me tell you.
What do you say?
In February, this dude is so stoked. It was going to be the 2017 Jags all over again. We're going to dominate. We're going to be the best. We'll get 10 wins, yada, yada, yada. And 3 weeks ago, he's like, Urban out. That's how shitty Urban Meyer is, dude. The fact that I'm in California with a Jags fan as a friend, and it only took 9 months, 10 months for him to be completely all in to completely all out on Urban Meyer shows you just how much of a shit show it was.
It was pretty bad.
It's bad. And Trevor Lawrence got to get out of Jacksonville now, too.
I don't think he'll leave Jacksonville. Well, now the owner, Khan, has been coming out and saying that they were going to take Trevor Lawrence's word into consideration when it came to hiring a new head coach, which even then right there, you're just like, why? Mm-hmm. He's a rookie. He doesn't really know anything about the NFL. Why would you have him take into consideration? Like Deshaun Jackson didn't even get, or Deshaun Watson didn't even get consideration. So that's why
a proven vet quarterback
exactly
that can win a playoff game.
He didn't even get a say so, and that's why he's in the mess that he's in. So yeah,
he didn't give say so's about other people's opinions either.
They were
too far,
just in for a massage. But yeah, and then so now all this stuff with Urban Meyer that's come out to light, the media essentially pushed him out, right? Like there was just like the media had a field day with it. People were watching. Do you think now he was acting the same way during his time at Ohio State and Florida? Like you kind of look back at those times there.
You'd be naive to not think so,
right?
I mean, you don't just change out of nowhere. I mean, he's a grown ass man. He's what in his 50s?
His 50s.
Like,
yeah,
he's probably been this way for forever. But you get away with it, I guess, a lot more in college. Like college players aren't going to stand up to you. College coaches aren't going to stand up to you.
That's true. A bunch of 17, 18-year-old kids.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah. What are they going to do?
That's true.
That's right. They're all trying to fight for a position. Coaches are trying to fight for a better job. Like, not too many people want to be career assistant coaches in college football.
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
I'm assuming that all these assistant coaches are trying to make it to the NFL,
looking for the next job.
And I mean, bad mouthing Urban Meyer is going to get you where?
Nowhere.
I mean, a college football legend, like.
Right. That's true. So, but now you got to look back at his time there, and you kind of just be like, ugh. And we were like watching that shit. Yeah, Just think about all the stuff that came out of Florida, all the reports that came out after that,
and then Jacksonville goes off and signs him. Like, I mean, he had a history already, and then it just kind of history repeats itself. He went down another stupid ass path.
You think Jacksonville's just a shit storm of an organization, just terrible front office?
Yeah.
Because they had what, the one good year that they went to the AFC
17.
Yeah, AFC Championship game.
I think that was just like we were able to like actually draft some quality people, and they showed up for that year, and they played well.
Well, I remember even at the time that there was a little bit of turmoil within the building when Tom Coughlin was there, and that was the same problem they had with Tom Coughlin, that he was his ego was getting in the way, and he was like wanting to have the final say so and everything.
He won the Super Bowl.
He won 2 of them,
in
New York. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like the bad culture that I feel like that's kind of just stayed there in Jacksonville.
Well, yeah. Right? I mean, after that 2017 season, I mean, how many of their really good players got out? I mean, no one wanted to stick around in Jacksonville. They didn't want to.
Well, yeah, everybody bailed.
It proves it's just shitty culture. It's a shitty team. It's a shitty front office. The organization doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, Jacksonville's been really bad for a long time, and they're gonna be really bad for a long time.
Ooh, it's tough.
I mean,
I hope your friend watches this.
I hope so too.
send it to
the way it happened. But then again, I mean, he's a Jags fan. I mean, he's shit out of luck.
You should already be used to disappointment.
I know.
Don't expect anything better from the Jags. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about, what you wanted to talk about, was Jackson Mahomes, and the story that came out over the weekend about this guy. You want to clue us in? Give us a catch up of what happened.
You've been doing good at your little summaries. I like the way you do it.
Oh, the way I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So over the weekend, Jackson Mahomes, I guess he showed up with a large party in Kansas City
to a nice restaurant.
It was a bar. I guess it was a bar. It was a smaller bar, a pretty nice bar. And I guess they couldn't seat him either right away, or it was going to be this long wait because they were really busy. And Jackson Mahomes goes off.
Went full Gen Z.
Yeah, went Gen Z, full TikTok generation, trying to get them canceled on this TikTok and recording them, and all this other stuff, and just made a big show about virtually nothing. And then let's see if I can find I think I took screenshots of it. The restaurant posted on Instagram.
Oh. A
response of what happened.
Quality clapback.
I'll go ahead and just read it out. You liked it, didn't you?
Oh, hell yeah. I think I liked the actual post.
Okay. Let's see if I can find.
Hey, if the Browns win with a third string quarterback, Do you think Derek Carr's out of Vegas?
I think he's out either way. He's got to be out, dude.
I think the only way he stays is somehow Vegas gets Devontae Adams.
I don't see that happening.
No, because Devontae Adams is too smart to go to Vegas.
Well, Devontae Adams is too smart, and I think just Derek Carr wants out just that bad.
Yeah, but I mean,
I could see him going to Cleveland and replacing Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. Damn, man.
Baker, I don't know what's gonna happen with Baker, dude.
He's just another average quarterback in my opinion. It's just
Yeah, I mean he's probably gonna end up in Philadelphia or something.
he doesn't do anything special.
You think he's gonna be like a journeyman, just back up like Trubisky?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
probably.
mean, he had a stint where he brought them out of their lost drought.
He rode the ship for a while, and now it's time to move on.
I mean, he's nothing special.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so the post goes, "Dear at Jackson Mahomes," I guess they add him on it. We are sorry that we set boundaries that you tried to ignore. Oftentimes, people with unearned status and a sense of entitlement think that they are above the rules and will lash out our employees and our employee enforcing them. We are sorry that we couldn't see your very large. Let's see. What's the next one? We are sorry we couldn't seat your very large group. As you probably saw, our bar is very small. We are sorry that we have to reach. God damn it! I keep messing it up. We are sorry that you have to reach that you. Doesn't make any sense. We are sorry that you have the reach that you do, or at least that you think you do, and that instead of using something positive, you decided to use it and try to crush a small business. And it goes on. We survived a pandemic. We will survive your ego. That's what they said.
I think that's probably the best quote there is right there.
Right. We are sorry you didn't reach out to us first before taking to social media. But then again, that is an expression that we would have from the expectation we would have from a mature and reasonable person. Not something who pours water on fans and dances on memorials of tragically lost people for TikTok clout.
Yeah. I mean, whoever posted that deserves a huge ass raise.
Hey, no, but
so ballsy, dude. But I love it. I mean, I'm glad someone had the courage, the balls to actually say that
and actually call him out.
Yeah.
Somebody had to eventually do it.
First off, what is Jackson Mahomes good at? Dancing for 16-year-old girls on TikTok?
The dances aren't even all that good. Have you seen any?
No,
of them?
I don't waste my time watching
I've
his
seen
dances.
some of them, and it's just it would be one thing if they were like cool and entertaining, but really cringy.
The best
it's
thing
like so long and lengthy. It is just
the best thing he's got going for him is his brother's really good at playing in the NFL. I mean, what is he good at? Not much. And I mean,
riding that way.
Yeah, riding the coattails of his older brother. No, I'm all for it, dude. I think it's really cool the way that they added him, and they were willing to, they called him out on it. Yeah. Like, look, dude, just because that your brother's famous doesn't mean that we need to go above and beyond for you. And they're running a business. If they're a small bar and they're already at capacity, what are they going to do? Start kicking people out? I mean, how often does the Mahomes brothers or family or Jackson Mahomes go there? Are they usual customers? I mean, what do you say to the people that are already there that go there, let's just say twice, 3 times a week? We're kicking you out because this kid's brother's famous.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not good business practice.
Yeah.
So they're looking at the best interests for themselves, and I'm all for it. I mean, the people that are already there pay the bills for this bar.
Right. Yeah.
Jackson Mahomes not going to pay this bar's bills, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So for them to do that was perfect. And then for him to try and like cancel this bar because he wouldn't let them in. Yeah. I'm like, dude, come on, seriously? Like, what? They just told you no? Like, have you ever been told no in your life?
But
like, why are you crying?
Is that like now their natural reaction of like when things like the Gen Z generation or the TikTok generation is right away, I'm going to film this and just try to cancel you?
No, yeah, it's the way it is. If you tell me no, that's, I have rights and I deserve to be told yes. Pretty much. I don't know what his at-home life was like, but it sounds like he's never been told no before. And
that's another thing, like, because there's TikToks of Patrick Mahomes, his wife, and then Jackson, and then Mahomes is just like sitting there, like he's like studying his playbook and stuff, and his wife and Jackson are acting a fool, like on TikTok or making their little TikTok dances. Do you think the Mahomes parents or the family just told Patrick like, hey, don't pick on your brother or don't tell him shit or
maybe
like, let him do his thing?
Yeah, probably. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, if that was your brother, I mean, you always back your brother, right? Whether he's wrong or right, and then you tell him off to the side like, hey, dude, that's not cool.
Like, yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. I've had this conversation with a handful of people. It's all about how you're raised, and for someone to have that like mindset that because you told me no, I have to make sure that you go out of business, like by telling everyone to never come to your bar. Yeah. Not because like you have cockroaches in your kitchen, but because you're refusing to sit me. Like that Popeyes in
Washington.
Yeah.
Like rats.
Come on, man. Like just because that they don't want to give you a table or let you in, no one should go there. No, you're not above everyone else. Like, come on.
Yeah. Then the whole trying to cancel them and
yeah, it's a whole Gen Z thing. It's all about how people are raised. Unfortunately, I was raised very old school. Like, please and thank you. And if you acted a fool, you got hit. And I don't know. There's just a different way that kids are raised these days. That's why Gen Z is weird.
Jackson Mahomes wasn't hit enough.
Oh hell
as
no,
a kid.
No, doesn't sound like it. Does it sound like it to you?
No, he's getting hit a different way now. He's taking some other type of punishments.
Oh. I hope he gets canceled.
I mean, at this point, dude, the way everybody's attacking him on social media in the YouTube world, like nobody else is buying in it. Like no one else. Like there's a handful of people who are like siding with him, but nobody else is like legit. Like, oh yeah, the Mahomes was right, or
good.
Especially when he danced on Sean Taylor's memorial.
This gives me faith in humanity. A hope for the next generation that not everyone's falling for
a lot of them are calling him out. Like that's the thing is like there's this whole I guess community of TikTokers who do the same shit that he does, right? Like the little dances, and he'll do stupid shit. But the thing is he has the connection to an NFL world, a sports community that follow that shit, and we see that. And then I guess this community is the community that's pretty much calling him out for it.
Well, good. Yeah. At least someone's doing it.
Rational thinking human beings.
Yeah, rational human beings. People that have a good head on the shoulder. All these people that got, taught and raised the right way, maybe hit a few times when they did stupid shit, they understand. You can't be doing that.
No, yeah. It's insane. All right, man. I think we reached our time limit. We did a full 30 minutes.
Whoop,
nice.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, you want to go ahead and wrap it up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good. Adios.
Adios.